Like, what were you seeing in training for her?
Well, she's told you what she thought she could run on a flat course. But she said she thought she was in American record shape or in that kind of ballpark. And I guess I'm the one that told her that initially. So we felt like she was in good shape, and I think her game plan was pretty simple. Like, she had a big enough bandwidth that we thought kind of no matter what, you can be in near the front. I didn't think there was a scenario that she couldn't sort of handle, at least through halfway, being near the front and competing. But she's just taken a great step in training, and she's trained consistently for the last 2 years, working with her. And I think she just decided today, I'm going to stick my nose in it, and I'm going to be part of this. And I think she'll be pretty happy with that, yeah.
Did you expect her to be leading the Boston Marathon at 23 miles to go? 23 miles? Like, what did you think about when you see that?
Well, I can't think. When the race was playing out, I thought, yeah, because it wasn't so fast. I know she really enjoys running on her own. She doesn't like being in groups or big packs. We talked a lot about that before the race. You got to be comfortable with people around you. You can't just be off on your own. That's part of this, and growing and developing into kind of that top group. But I think she felt good. I saw her right at the top of Heartbreak. She shrugged her shoulders, smiled, and I told her to let her legs run, and she started pushing from there. And I think they were running low 5 minutes after that, which is much quicker than I'd imagined her running through there. And she held on really well. So it didn't surprise me to see her when she's in the front to be at the front. It's just where she's comfortable. We'll continue to work on drafting and conserving energy in future races, but that's where she wants to be, and she's enjoying herself, and she has the fitness to do it at this point. So have at it.
So you went, and did you plunk yourself at Heartbreak Hill all day? Okay.
No, I took a train. I was in bed for the first 5K, rolled out of bed, got a Starbucks, took the wrong train, then I started panicking a little bit.
What train?
The B train or whatever. I go down to Arlington Station and then get off at Boston College and walk up to Heartbreak. I did that last year accidentally, and I saw Scott. And he said that was a good spot. I go, where was I when I yelled at you? He goes, that was the top of Heartbreak. I was like, great. So I did that again.
Were you going in the wrong direction?
I just I got off at the wrong station, and then I was all backwards and had to run over to a different station because they're closed, around here. Anyway, yeah, I was up there. We made a little connection there. Cheered her on. She looked great. Texted the team back home that she smiled, shrugged her shoulders, and was pushing the race. So
And were you watching on the app at the same time?
then my phone died right as she finished. So I did get to see the finish. I thought maybe I wasn't going to find out for a couple hours as I made my way back. But I saw her finish. But I'm just really happy and proud of her and Scott. I know we're talking about Emma, but yeah, she just has a great person. Like, just such a wonderful athlete to work with. She's just really, really great, and truly like a pleasure and an honor to work with her. It really is, and I'm so happy to see her kind of take this step.
One of the things both she and Scott talked about was you're testing that lactate a fair amount during all of these threshold workouts. When did you start doing that? When did that become more of an emphasis in your program?
I've been doing that since 2019, 18. It's just part of our program. I have an accounting background, so I like data. I like to understand why things are happening. And it's just how we treat our training. We want to make sure we're improving. We want to compare kind of where we were and where we want to go. And primarily training is about limiting mistakes. And that's all I'm trying to do. It's just limit mistakes. So we use whatever resources we can to understand that. But in her last 4 or 5 weeks, she just kept improving. And it wasn't a lie, or it wasn't her being, there wasn't any hubris there when she said, I think I can run the American record. We know she can, or in that ballpark, you'd have to have that's talking like perfect day, flat course, pacers, all that kind of stuff. So that's her fitness. She ran it. That was not a lie. That's where she was.
Yeah, and I've seen sometimes on social media I'll see the videos of them on the treadmills.
Yeah.
How often is Scott and Emma actually running next to each other, doing these threshold workouts on the treadmills?
We're probably every third workout or so, so quite a bit. It's just Boulder Spring is kind of nuts with the snow and wind, and it's just, we don't necessarily do it all summer, but in the winter it's easier for us to manage the weather. and manage, keep things kind of the same so we can understand what we're doing. And that's just one tool that we have that we can do that. So we get them on there. I think they like to see their improvement. They like to know that they're getting better or what we need to get better at. But our main marathon work is outside. Yeah.
And not a lot of people will coach the top America on the men's and women's side the same year. Like, how does it feel to do that?
I don't know. Who's done it? Salazar?
Joe Bosshard. I mean, I'm not sure who else.
I don't know. I was thinking about that. Sometimes I think, well, me as a coach, every so often I have something that I'm like, that would be kind of cool to do. Maybe when I'm old, I can think back on it, or I don't know, have a beer over it or something, and just kind of be happy and satisfied with something. And it was kind of like, that would be kind of cool to have a top American at Boston or New York. We just missed it at New York. I think that's something I'll be happy with. It's not about the coach, it's about the runners, it's their day. But there's a few things that I think are cool that I can accomplish or try to do that maybe is unique, and to have a male and a female, and they're not the same athletes, and to perform on the same day, on the same course, at a high level, I thought that'd be kind of cool. So I'm gonna be pretty happy with this one. Scott really had a boogie there at the end, but yeah, that's pretty cool for both of them, I think. And they just train by themselves, pretty much. So they just get it done, and everyone says that, and it's true. I'm not taking away from anyone, but the way they do it is just really cool, and it's kind of fun to be a part of. And I think our whole team rallies around them, the way they approach this, and their mindset and positivity towards it. So I'm just happy for both of them. It's really cool.
Are they the only marathoners in your group?
Yeah, Dom Scott's going to open up in London next week, her debut.
Yeah.
I go to London on Thursday, so.
I'll see you there.
Yeah.
And is Scott the only man in your team?
Yeah.
Okay.
They call him Scoot.
All right. Well, congrats, Joe.
Thank you.